Skinner's operant conditioning. B.F. Skinner is an American psychologist, behaviorist, inventor, and author. Skinners have four inventions. These are the air crib, Project Pigeon, operant chamber, and Skinner's box, and emulate recorder. But Skinner's used a Skinner's box for his experiment with the use of mouse and observed the behavior of it. Operant conditioning is a type of learning in which behaviors are provided to earn rewards and avoid punishment. If the learners do a good thing, they got a reward from the teacher. In Skinner's operant conditioning, there are two categories, the reinforcement and punishment. Each categories are divided into two, the positive and negative. Reinforcement is aims to increase the strength in behavior likely to occur again. So the positive reinforcement is defined as the addition of a pleasant stimulus. For the example, if a learners always get a highest score to the summative test and quizzes, the teacher will exempted the learners to the exam. So the negative reinforcement is taking away from the situation that subsequently increases the occurrence of the response. So for example, learners need to study hard to avoid losing their scholarship. The punishment aims is to weaken the response. There is a one scenario. Teacher allowed her students to watch TV during their vacant time. The only condition of the teacher is that they should not make any noise so that they can't disturb in the other class. The teacher heard their noise of the students. The teacher immediately paused what they watch. So the positive punishment of that scenario is the teacher told them not to create any noise because they disturb other classes. If they make noise, they won't be allowed again to watch TV. So the negative punishment, the teacher will cover the outlet so they can't watch again, or the teacher put a lock on the TV so they can't open it again. The TV can only use when they have a class. Basic principles of operant conditioning. Primary reinforcers known without being learned. For example, primary reinforcers, it is all about our biological needs. The food that we need to eat every day, shelter where we need to have a safe and comfortable house to sleep. Secondary reinforce is to learn the values of money and school grades. Reinforcement schedule is a role of stating when and how a behavior will be reinforced. Continuous schedule reinforcement. This schedule is used during the initial stages of learning in order to create a strong association between the behavior and response. For example, every time the child finishes her homework, the mother prepares a merienda as a treat for her studying hard, and that is called continuous response. Intermittent schedule is a conditioning schedule in which a reward or punishment is not every time desired response is performed. For example, not all if the child have finished their homework, they can receive something as reward. Fixed interval. It refers to the schedule of reinforcement to the next. For example, second-year students preparing for the coming face-to-face final examination. Variable interval defines the reinforcers after variable amount of the interval has passed in previous reinforcement. For example, students know that after the teacher will give a quiz every time they have unscheduled ratio schedule. Reinforcement is given depending on the number of the correct responses or the rate of the responding. For example, the school have a quiz bee contest. The contestant who have a perfect or high score will be declared as a winner in the contest. Fixed ratio. Deliver reinforcement after a certain number of responses are delivered. For example, a baker produces a 6 order of cakes in one day, and the order delivered correctly, the baker reinforced when the 6 cakes are delivered. Variable ratio. Deliver reinforcement after a variable number of responses are made. For example, winning money out of a slot machine.